Learn to be super successful. Subscribe to my channel, Meathead. New Jersey's hard. There's several of them that are hard, and there's several states that are easy peasy. They're easy peasy. And
he said, despite our differences, was there something there?
Oh, well, we had some acrimony, but kind of like our older of the Goomba brothers, which I won't share on YouTube, but it got done. When I tell you it's going to rain in the motherfucking morning, it's going to rain in the motherfucking morning, and get your galoshes. Galoshes, everybody understand what galoshes are? You know, rubber rain boots. Get your rain boots on and get ready, because I know. And so 98, 99% of the time I'm right, and you're not right the 1 or 2%. The odds of you being right the 1 or 2% are non-existent. They're just fucking non-existent. And but I've been down these roads, and you know these rose-colored, and the kids look with rose-colored glasses, different lenses, because of the lack of experience. And then when you get people that have been around the block, but some of you act like you just fell off the turnip truck from Kansas. You know, you just rolled into town on a truck. You know, on the back, the Grapes of Wrath, there used to be a thing where during the Depression, all the family load up on one pickup truck and drive to the new promised land. Well, there is no new promised land. This is the new promised land. And and sometimes I wish I didn't know what was going to happen. But I know. I just flat fucking know. And like I told Cecile about the Philippines, right? I just know. And James asked me, I'm getting patient. And I said, well, how did you develop your patience? I said, old age. Because 20, 30 years ago, I didn't explain anything.
You didn't explain anything to David?
Pardon?
David?
Yeah.
The Bible thumper?
Yeah. And but when I was with the Onassis group, and again, these people that I've been blessed to be with, I wish they were still alive so I can thank them 1,000,000 times. But after so many years, I just took them for granted. But the Onassis guys, Mr. Gratsos, he didn't explain anything. Didn't work in 61, didn't work in 75, won't work now. Didn't work in 26, that's the year, 1920. Didn't work in 48, won't work now. He used to have a meeting, he'd have 8 or 9 meetings in a big room, like 5 times this size, and there'd be 4, 5, 6 guys in each meeting. And he'd sit and he'd listen. Didn't work in 26, didn't work in 47, won't work now. When he got older, he shuffled his feet. I forget what he suffered from. Whenever you shuffle your feet, you can't pick them up. And he'd shuffle around, and he'd be in the meeting maybe 3 minutes, 5, the big meeting, 5 minutes, and he'd shuffle off. And he will have opined to 6, 7, 8 groups. Almost always no. Almost always no. Knowing when to say no. Remember that slide? And but based on his gazillion transactions and deals that they did with Mr. Onassis, they never called him Airy when he was alive. Only after he's gone. What would Airy have done? Aristotle Onassis. And and he said, if I spent time explaining to these guys, these young men, I'd never be doing anything other than explaining to the young men. And we never get he never swore. We never get anything done. We never get anything done. And, but finally, he didn't give up. And now he's a millionaire. It took too fucking long though. I mean, we could have done 5 more deals. But then when you're sucking that, like Raph. I mean,
that isn't what it looked like.
But he didn't. He kept pushing it. Now I expect that I tell Sally nobody's going to come to my funeral, whenever that is, and Sally expects that we're going to need Wembley Stadium. Everybody get Raph up there, and you just sing my way. You know, I'm gonna outlive you. I'll piss on your grave, so I'm not worried about that. But somebody sing my way when they put dirt on me. But it was touch and go. The deal had more. I mean, it was like a $50 hooker. The knickers came up and down so many times that we thought the deal would close, and it just didn't. It didn't. You know, the only luck he had was bad luck. You know, you make your own luck. But I mean, thing after thing after thing after thing. You know, I stopped counting how many fucking things went wrong. But at the end of the day, happy as Larry now. Happy as Larry. And that's one thing I guarantee. As long as, when you stop swinging at the plate and you quit, it never happens. That I guarantee. That I guarantee. And Dan Locke, his career has not been like this. You know? To hear them talk about it now, oh, fuck, he was a rocket ship since he's 21. Well, I know better than that. He knows better than that. And his wife knows better than that. But the bottom line is he kept swinging at the plate. And and of course now it seems like almost everything he touches, turns to gold. So, I'm glad that closed. But it's been a long time fucking coming, a long time. But the kids, as we've said ad nauseum, don't want to say that you wasted 6 months, 3 months, God knows, a year and a half. You know, that's hard to swallow. That's hard to swallow. And if, for those of you that remember the Simon Bell webinar, billions of dollar deals, 2.5 years though. 2.5 years. And of course now he's lost 170 pounds. He's gone down from 470 to 300. He's more happy about the weight than he is the money. And 2 tons of fun. Simon, I know you're watching. Happy New Year. And he's more or less legendary for his exploits on our New Year's Eve trip to Edinburgh. In Edinburgh, when they have the celebrate New Year's, 500,000, 1 million people are in the middle of the street throwing up. A guy pissed on my $1,500 fucking shoes, suede shoes. I didn't even notice it. We're all like this, and somebody behind me, hey, he's trying to kick the person away from me because he's pissing on my fucking shoe, and I couldn't feel it. And he was part of that. Not he, but Simon Bell was part of that escapade that we celebrated. Ty, get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. You know, the audience thinks the Goomba brothers, you, were smart enough to just stay here in a little B&B and save the money, you know, and just kind of roll from the regular seminar to the hardcore.
Yeah, it was like a little tent just outside.
Yeah, a little tent.
They had little burgers. Little
Yeah.
burgers. Little burger stoves. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no flights to.
And it was a vegetarian or a pescatarian, and you know, we know that was not exactly true. And in fact, it's not even partially true.
I got to witness part of that story on the train with these two. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm sure it was pretty funny. Well, I mean, some of you, I've seen Tom in the webinars, and so I was glad he sent that. Glad he sent that. But now it doesn't matter. Now it does. See, it doesn't matter. And he's not likely to go to, if I'm wrong, Tom, correct me, he's not likely to be going to any other seminars as anybody else, unless they can show him, well, how am I going to make $2 million in a year? Which is essentially how it worked out for him, about. And it's a good question. And if anybody's got a better game in town, please let me know. I'm not too old to convert. And I know this old dog can learn new tricks, and I'm not too old to convert, and just show me the way. You know in the movie, Show Me the Money, that when the athlete, Jerry Maguire, show me the fucking money. You know, if you got a better, faster way, or better, not even faster. I'll settle for, not even faster, just better way. I can relearn some tricks.
Legal way.
Thank you. Legal, moral, and ethical, okay? And where there's a rule of law that I can go to court. And then I'm more than happy to get up to the plate and take a swing. And it is easier for big hitters to make money. It is, because a lot of the speed bumps that you're worried about and haven't experienced yet, we have, and we know how to get around them or divert them, as they say in Scotland. And when you follow the steps, and Bruce sent an email a couple of days ago, and he says that the thing, and some kids go to him to cry on his shoulder, pay him to cry on his shoulder, but go to him, and he said that the biggest mistake they make is they try to go from the first step to the fifth step. And the first 4 steps are building your emotional bank account that we spent a long time talking about. And the reason why we spend a long time talking about it, because it's so goddamn important. And it's where the kids have made the mistake from the beginning till now. And you'd think that me beating on it, and me beating on the example that we had before we got on YouTube of the deal being taken from the kid by his chairman, his beloved chairman, and his CFO, I talk about it so very much because it happens all the fucking time. Somebody asked me a few months ago, what if you didn't pound your chest about it? Well, I hadn't really thought about that, but I don't know how many people would get their deals stolen. But as much as I pound on it, a lot of the kids still don't want to do it. Any questions about Tom before we get off YouTube? Okay, thanks YouTube.